this evening. Chris Wood here. Hopefully, this will be my last live update. I've been doing way too many of them because of what has taken place with me. I have had my skull split. I have been seriously brain injured. I'm getting what feels like air being pumped through my head on my right side in my temple area. My skull has been swelling on the right side, my lungs on the right side, and my kidneys on the right side are pretty well gone. I do not feel them. The only thing I feel right now is excruciating pain in my temple area on my right side of my head. And like I said, it feels like I'm getting air blowing through my head and it's pumping up my fucking head like a balloon. It's going through my body. My face has been more rounded, squared out. But anyway, that guy on the thumbnail, his name is Dale Hartwick. He is involved with what is happening to me as well. And he is also guilty. He molested me when I was a kid out in Winnipeg. But that's neither here nor there. This has to do with now. He is involved with aiding and involved with OPP, committing crimes for him to get out of drop charges. Other ones that are involved, there is Jimmy Perry, Tyler Lake, Jason Two Step Van Alstyne, Blair Hardy, Billy Waldridge of 149 Center Street North, Tony Hearns, Dale Hartwick, Ray Ray, Sam, Michelle Irish. It's mostly everything is mostly happening on my right side. That's back in 2019. I was shot by the ex OPP chief at my previous address and it went into my ear. And that's when all the lies and everything started against me. And it happened because of me speaking of police crimes. He did it before he left to go wherever. Ex chief or commander from 2019. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He and somebody in a black truck waved at me on the corner of Center and Bridge Street approximately 3 p.m. in the afternoon in August of 2019. And they waved at me. Black truck pulled up beside him, pointed something and shot it, and it went into my ear. I then started having problems, went to the hospital. I then got an appointment for a CAT scan done of November of that year. Stacy from mental health was there. The human trafficker, the one that's now in Kingston, left to further distance herself in hopes of deniability, and also Dr. Tatiana V's girlfriend was talking to her the day of my CAT scan. So, and then after that, my files were falsified, and I started being treated like shit and not being treated at all through the hospitals. The lies, the cover ups, the time buying, the false arrest refusals, being surrounded, hands on guns, having my blood and piss stolen, kidnapping, having a justice of the peace make accusations of being high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized because who it was done by, being surrounded, hands on guns, false arrest refusals on everybody, extortions, wanting $22,000 for me to pay for them, but I bet you nobody had to have it done for me. I'm a 3.5 year revenge retaliation victim for speaking of police crimes, and I have been seriously injured, medically blacklisted, medical treatment refusals, criminally charged to aid in covering up their crimes that they are guilty of at Lennox and Eddington Hospital, right from the CEO to administration, patient relations to doctors, Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, Triage Terry, Tanya David. They are all criminally covering up with and for each other while preventing me help and proof. Dr. Barton laughing in my face over being sodomized and then telling me he'd never do anything for me until I seen a psychiatrist based on what? Oh, that's right, lies against me. So I would not be taken serious, so I would not be getting help. And that's exactly what's taking place. This is how OPP and everybody else around here are assuring their crimes, their lies, the cover ups, the time buying, and more. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware, because they know you can't afford to pay your way out of anything around here once they cast their lies and their crimes against you. Families are murdered and missing. It is also OPP involved. Using inmates for drop charges, committing crimes with and for them, having my mother stalked and fucking murdered, you pieces of shit. Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, who happened to be sex offenders, human traffickers, sex slavery traffickers, drug traffickers, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, forgeries, framings, false arrest, blood and piss stealing, just to get pictures, prints, and signatures for forgeries for identity for this identity theft. And I won't be proven wrong. And then you lie, buy time, and cover up, and then transfer to avoid arrest and lawsuits against yourself and OPP themselves. Being treated like a piece of shit criminal by the hospital without any criminal record or history and no explanation why. And of course, through lies, but they are guilty of 3.5 years of criminal negligence with the intent to commit and cover up crimes for themselves. And what has taken place with me? I have proven the damages. I have proven the changes to my skull, to my face, even my identity, which I've said, as crazy as people might think that is, I've proven the changes to me. And it is being done to me through what is called R&M, which is police and military tech. That's been in use since the 60s. It's designed for the central nervous system, for the destruction of it, and also to enable invasive surveillance. And that's basically what I have happening to me. And this is how I am being seriously brain injured. This is how my full right brain. I had no neurological problems or brain problems prior to being shot. My CAT scans, original ones, were given away from Tatiana V to Stacy, who gave them to OPP. So they are in possession of my original ones, and they gave me fakes. But time is running out on this. My battery's starting to go. I gotta wrap this up. Spencer Mills, ex-chief, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, staff sergeants, Shelley Huffner, Stacy, Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Jason Gimpy, Two-Step Van Alstyne, Ray, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, and others. You are guilty of aiding police in this crime against me while having me prevented from help through the hospital, which is criminally involved, for 3.5 years. This is how they traffic, frame, and murder above suspicion, especially the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. And I am not taking a fall for any fucking criminal who OPP are harboring, i.e., Billy Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North, last known used name, sex offending piece of shit goof. I'm not taking a fall for any criminals to get revenge, because that's exactly what this is on me, and it has been. All it would take is an MRI or something to get checked and prove the injuries to me. The self-harming and suicidal bullshit lies against me, I don't think so. All lies to cover this up, to prevent me help. Criminal records and psychological records and histories and dangerous offenders and all lies against me. Not true in any way, shape, or form. All fucking lies. And nobody has to prove nothing. Be safe, everybody. I am Chris Wood. I live in Napanee, Ontario. I'm an identity theft. I am a serial injured body mutilation, medical blacklist, treatment refusal, attempted murder victim, and my dog also is an attempted murder victim as well. They're guilty of killing animals. My previous address, there was arson attempts, blood thrown on my house, and more. Arson attempts where arson threats of arson where I'm living from one Tyler Lake, threats of death. And they know that they can do it and get away with it because they're work with them for OPP and they're untouchable. They're the drug fed, money paid ones that OPP use in Napanee for their crimes. And I've proven it. There are obstructions by all of them. Be safe, everybody.